We're here with Allie Orquiola. Allie has 11 goals in 3 games this year for the girls soccer team. Allie, what'd you do for summer training this year?
This year I played a lot of lacrosse, a bunch of tournaments, which means I spent a lot of hours in the hot sun on turf fields. So I think that really helped me prepare for the fall for soccer. A lot of conditioning and just trying to keep my body up to date and healthy so that I was ready for the soccer season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're clearly in shape. Did you set any personal goals this year? If it's to score in every game, you're on your way.
This year, I think it being my senior year, I just wanted to have fun with it and just be a good captain and teammate for the girls and being a good role model and setting this team up for success in future seasons. I think also I've been playing soccer for a long time, and at this point it's just about having fun and playing creatively and scoring so that the team has something to celebrate at the end of the day.
And you mentioned being creative. Are there certain things you like to do on the field, be in a certain position, or do you have a certain tactic you like to implement while you're on the field? So before you score. Obviously that's the end, but before that.
I just like playing striker, I guess. There's nothing too technical that I would say I do. Chloe and Katie and the rest of the forwards just get me the right passes and I can just dribble around. I feel like there's no secret way that I implement in my game.
Okay, well, 2 things you do very well is you can run 100 miles an hour, and you also do a very good job getting to the ball first and putting yourself in position to get going towards the goal. But you mentioned something earlier. You had an illness that really slowed you down athletically for a few seasons. When did that first pop up, and what was it?
I have post-autonomic dysfunction, which is from long COVID, because I had COVID, I think, 3 or 4 times in the past 2 years. I noticed it at the end in the winter of my sophomore year when I was playing lacrosse a lot in the winter because of my exemption, and after practices I just really didn't feel like myself. I started to realize that in class it also would affect me, and especially after class and being home I was just exhausted, and just getting up every single day wasn't the same as it used to be. And my mom and I talked about it a lot, and we realized that we should just go to the doctor and figure out what it was. So I went to many doctor's appointments. It took a while to figure out what it really was until I was literally just at my pediatrician for my yearly checkup, and she kind of mentioned something about COVID, and I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't think it would be from COVID because I had it a bunch, but I never really noticed it. It never really hit me that badly until I realized that there was long COVID and it really can affect you. So I wore a heart monitor last year for it to watch my beats per minute, I think it was, and just how fast my heart rate was moving, because it was spiked. There were some games where my heart rate was over 220, which for people that don't know, your average heart rate is 220 minus your age. So mine was supposed to be 205. That was the highest it should have been going, and obviously it was much higher than that. So they're like, yeah, you need to calm down, but being myself, I didn't really take that in consideration. I was put on medicine for it. I took salt pills, took iron because I was also anemic at that time, so that wasn't really helping. But I also took another medication that was supposed to help with my headaches because I was really prone to headaches. And I still am, but I just learned to live with it. But now I would say playing this past summer, I didn't notice it as much, but it still affects me, and I just never wish that on anyone, especially someone who is so athletic and used to being able to play sports every single season. I really was taken aback by it. My sophomore year, not being able to play in the winter was really upsetting for me, but I've learned to grow from that, and that it's fine. You just have to take your time with it. I just have to be patient with my body.
So that impacted you sophomore year lacrosse, junior year, both sports. Do you still feel still lingering at all now, or are you pretty close to being yourself out on the field?
I'd say it's still lingering. My doctor told me it's probably not going to go away for another. Originally, it was supposed to be 6 months, but the 6 months flew by and it still bothered me. So she said it wouldn't necessarily ever really go away. In some cases, it never does. But at least a couple more seasons, I'll still feel it. But I think just instead of like trying to find a cure for it, I think just adjusting to it and playing around it is the best I can do right now.
Well, the fact that you've scored 11 goals in 3 games and not feeling like yourself is remarkable. And then last question, give us a comment about the girls soccer team being 3-0.
Oh, it's so exciting. I don't think since I've been here we've been 3-0 to start the season. So it's really been exciting to watch, and especially for all the new girls. I think it's something to look forward to for future seasons and hopefully carry that legacy on.
Allie Orquiola, we're looking forward to seeing her play on the pitch for the Titans at WMA.